So how it goes it, folks? Jolly the Talking Tea. So at this point, over the last couple of weeks, unless you just do not care about science fiction or you've been living under a rock, you've already heard the news that Starfleet Academy will not continue beyond season 2. Season 1 just recently finished a couple of weeks ago. Season 2 has already been filmed, and I think it's in like that post-production editing and everything, but it has been already formally announced that that will be the end of the series and it will not be getting a season 3. And I gotta admit, that sucks because I was enjoying it. I thought it was a great idea. It was a great series, or at least it had the bones to become a great series. And it was a genuine attempt to do Star Trek for a new generation of people, just as most generations of Star Trek do. They tried to make something for the audience of the day, the audience of the time. This iteration of Star Trek, yes, it had a young adult approach, the Starfleet Academy itself being the main scenery, and it did have very much a college student, some you say CW approach to it. But honestly, I enjoyed that approach a little bit. I mean, no, I'm not the target audience. I'm not in that age group anymore, but I liked what it was doing and I could respect what it was doing. I liked what else it was, was going on there. So I didn't focus too much on the young adult drama, will they, won't they, love stories and stuff like that. But I liked everything else that was going on there. I think what really hurts the most is realizing the hateful people that insult and tear down Starfleet Academy it's not even that they're expressing joy and excitement over Starfleet Academy being canceled, but the fact that they see that as some sort of victory. Like, yay, they cheer for a show that they did not like being canceled. They couldn't have just moved on to shows that they do like and talk about those instead, but instead they brand and identify themselves by the stuff that they do not like. And in a very weird and ironic way, they show the very lack of progress that Star Trek tries to promote and show. When you look at that, you have these people who they will call themselves real Star Trek fans, but then they turn around and are hateful and bigoted towards those who are not the same as them. That is one of the core lessons in Star Trek, is to not be bigoted, not discriminate and mistreat people just because they are different than you are. And then you have folks that consider themselves real Star Trek fans doing the very thing that the show that they say that they're a real fan of preaches against, almost to the point where you wonder, do they even watch Star Trek? And honestly, I think a lot of them don't, or they watch it and they're just looking for the cool explosions and the sci-fi storylines, but they don't pay attention to the social commentary and the social issues that have gone throughout those shows for years. Like, they say they're real Star Trek fans, but they'll turn right around and be the very type of people that even the days of Kirk and Spock, where they spoke out against it. Kirk directly spoke out against instances of bigotry in the original series. Picard spoke out against instances of bigotry in The Next Generation. Sisko did it. Janeway did it. Even in the more current Star Treks, where I'm not caught up on them, but that attitude has been there for a very long time, but they act as if being against bigotry is something that is brand new in Starfleet Academy. And which again leads to the question, are they really watching it? And maybe they are, maybe they aren't, oh well. But yeah, it sucks that it's gone, or at least it won't be back for a season 3. I would have liked to have seen it grow and develop. It'd have been really great to finally have a Star Trek that starts off with kids in Starfleet Academy, and they go through the paces, go through, the years of the Academy. I think similar to college, Starfleet Academy was 4 years. It would be great to have seen a series finale where they actually become crewmates on a ship and then just go on from there and begin their Starfleet careers. That would have been nice to see. Guess we'll never get there. But I'll bet the Star Trek fanfiction community are probably going to have a field day with those kids. But yeah, just lamenting the canceling of Starfleet Academy. I thought Holly Hunter was onto something great. The actor that was playing Laura Thok was doing good stuff there. I even was personally enjoying Taro's character Jet Reno. even though Jet Reno sounds more like a Star Wars name than a Star Trek name. But anyway, before I go too far back down into the rabbit hole, it sucks, but hopefully we get another piece of Star Trek that gets an actual fair shot instead of being screamed down by a bunch of whiny people who are the very thing Star Trek preached against. You folks have a good one. Dolly Yellow out.